Hello there, my friend. Have you ever saved a really special treat? Maybe a piece of candy or a shiny sticker. You hide it away in a special box, and you look at it every day, saving it for just the right moment. But then, one day, you open the box, and what you find inside isn't what you expected. This is the story of a man who saved all his treats and the surprising lesson he learned. In the happy, busy town of Prosperity, there lived a merchant named Silas Silverhand. Silas had a wonderful shop filled with warm cloaks, sturdy boots, and delicious sweets. People came from all over to buy from him, and every day he earned many, many shiny gold coins. But Silas had a secret. He loved the coins more than anything he could buy with them. When his work was done, he wouldn't buy a warm loaf of bread from the baker. He wouldn't get a new coat to replace his own, which was getting a little thin. He would hurry straight home to his big, quiet house. And then he would do his favorite thing in the whole world. He would go into his giant vault, a room built just for his treasure. He would pour the coins from his bag onto the enormous piles. The sound echoed through the room. He would count them and polish them and smile. "My treasure is safe," he would whisper. "No one can take it from me." He thought he was the richest, safest man in the whole kingdom. But if you looked closely, you would see a strange thing. Silas's life was not rich at all. His house was cold because he wouldn't buy firewood. His meals were plain because he wouldn't spend coins on good food. He was so busy loving his treasure, he forgot to live a treasure of a life. He was like a dragon sitting on a pile of gold in a dark, cold cave. One day, a little girl came into his shop. "Please, sir," she said, "my mother is cold. Do you have a warm blanket we can buy? We don't have much, but we have this." She held out a single worn copper coin. Silas looked at the thick, warm blankets on his shelf. He thought of his vault full of gold, but the thought of losing even one blanket made him feel scared. "I'm sorry," Silas said, his voice tight. "A blanket costs more than that." And he watched the little girl walk away. A little piece of his heart felt heavy. But the clinking sound of his coins soon made him forget. Then, something big happened. The king made an announcement that would change everything. The town crier stood in the square and shouted for all to hear. "Hear ye, hear ye, the kingdom is growing. To build new bridges and feed the royal guards, we will make new coins, lots and lots of them." But there was a problem. The kingdom didn't have enough gold for all these new coins. So the royal minters started mixing the gold with a cheaper, common metal. They were making more coins, but each new coin had less real gold inside. It was like making a giant pot of soup and adding more and more water. The soup is still soup, but it doesn't taste as good, and it doesn't fill you up. This is called inflation. The very next day, Silas went to buy his usual loaf of bread. He held out one gold coin. "I'm sorry, Master Silverhand," said the baker. "Bread costs 2 coins now." "2?" Silas cried. "But it's the same loaf." "It is," said the baker kindly. "But the coins are not. It now takes more of them to buy the same thing." Silas felt a wave of panic. He ran to the candle maker. Candles cost more. He ran to the fruit seller. Apples cost more. His 1 coin couldn't buy what it used to. His entire vault of treasure was secretly shrinking in value, right before his eyes. He had spent his whole life building a mighty fortress to protect his treasure, and an invisible tide was simply washing right under the walls. He felt cheated. He felt scared. For the first time, his vault full of gold didn't make him feel safe. It made him feel foolish. In his despair, Silas went to see the wisest person he knew, his old friend, Ilara. Ilara wasn't a merchant. She was a builder. He found her by the river, where her workers were constructing a magnificent new bridge. "Ilara," Silas said, his voice trembling, "it's not fair. I saved, and now the king is making my coins worthless." Ilara listened patiently. She pointed to a single, strong stone in the bridge. "Silas," she said, "what is that stone worth?" "Well, it's just a stone," Silas said. "Not much." "Exactly." Ilara smiled. "But when I put that stone together with other stones, in the right place, it becomes part of this bridge. And every day, people cross this bridge and pay a small toll. That one lonely stone now helps me earn more stones every single day. The stone is working for me." She turned to him. "Your coins, Silas, are just like that stone. You have them, but they are just sitting in a pile. They are lonely. They are asleep. They need a job to do." "You need to put your gold to work," Ilara said. "A working coin can grow. A sleeping coin can only get dusty." Silas finally understood. He rushed back to his vault, not to count his coins, but to give them jobs. Job 1. He took a pile of coins and gave them to Ilara to help finish the bridge. Now, every time someone paid a toll, a few of those coins would come back to him. His coins had jobs as bridge builders. Job 2. He took another pile of coins and bought a share in his friend's bakery. He helped them buy a second oven. Now, every time the bakery sold a loaf of bread or a pie, a tiny piece of that coin would come back to him. His coins had jobs as bakers. Job 3. He even bought a new, warm coat for himself. And he went back to his shelf, found the warmest blanket, and found the little girl from before to give it to her. Using his coins to make life better was a job too. The job of creating happiness. Silas was no longer a dragon in a cave. He was a gardener, planting his seeds of gold all over the kingdom and watching them grow into strong, money-making trees. The river of inflation was still flowing, but now he was in a strong boat that rose with the water. Instead of standing on the shore watching his sand castle wash away, many years passed. Silas's vault was not as full as it once was, but his life was richer than he ever could have imagined. He had learned that true wealth isn't about how much you have locked away. It's about what your treasure can do for you and for others. So, what can we learn from Silas? Saving a treat is a wonderful thing, but a treat saved forever is a treat wasted. Money is the same. A coin hidden in a box is a sleepy soldier, but a coin that is put to work by helping to build a business or by learning in a school or even by buying something that makes your life better, that coin is a hero. It's a hero that can grow and bring back more heroes to fight for your future. So, don't just save your treasure. Help it find a job. If you like this video and more like this, click the like and subscribe button.